Welcome back, another episode. Firehouse 118 was awarded the Medal of Valor in the 911 episode for saving so many lives on the cruise ship. Obviously, their fire chief overlooked the warning to stay away. If they left, he threatened to fire them. In order to claim credit for their once-in-a-lifetime save, he also omitted the information that he joined the team only after the fact. After that, they made headlines. Hen, Chimney, Eddie, Buck, and even Tommy received medals from the boss for a job well done. They accepted it with joy. Bobby was also meant to receive a medal, but he declined. That was something he did in public. Knowing there was political involvement, he was not interested in receiving a reward. The manager was attempting to dissuade him from retiring. Bobby wanted to get out of the 118. He believed Hen was a perfect choice to take over, and ever since learning about his background, he has returned to believing he is undeserving of wonderful things. Bobby was the same way at first. His family's deaths were his own fault, he claimed. He began drinking as a form of self-punishment, and it took him years to break free from the bottle. Not until he met the 118 did his life begin to alter. They grew close to one another. They grew to be relatives. He hasn't told them he's going since they stood by him when he needed them the most. Bobby has a part of him that believes his buddies can dissuade him from retiring. The same is true for Athena, which is why he waited to tell her until he had the fire chief's approval. Athena started to believe that everything was rash. Later on, she made contact with Amir Casey. She thought he might be able to assist Bobby, so she spoke with him. Bobby kept his decision from the other members of the squad a secret. All he did was relish the time he had left with them. After teaching Buck how to cook, he at last gave him full control of the kitchen. With excellent outcomes, Eddie received Bobby's prayer book. He gave Ravi more confidence during the call. Bobby departed without uttering the words. When the firefighters learned that Eddie was involved in an emotional affair with a woman who bore a striking resemblance to his late wife, he had already left. Kim is the name of the woman. She delivered brownies to Eddie at the firehouse. Buck caught sight of her. He thought immediately of Shannon, Eddie's late wife. He recalled Eddie's present girlfriend as well, the person he was having an affair with, in order to revisit the past with a different woman. Being the kind buddy that he is, Buck refrained from engaging in gossip. He made a visit to Eddie's home. Eddie and Marisol remained together. He is devoted to Marisol. He made an attempt to say that Kim was only a buddy. Buck just knew him too well to be duped. Has Kim met Chris and Marisol? He questioned Eddie. No, she hasn't. Eddie had a gut feeling that she shouldn't meet Chris. Chris was still grieving over his mother's passing. He and Marisol grew closer. As his stepmother, he adores her. When he saw Kim, things would become confusing. Eddie didn't want to hurt his son, and it would remind Chris of his loss. He was ultimately inspired to end the affair by his thoughts of Chris. Eddie was shown by Buck that his future is not with Kim. He gave Kim a phone call. When no one was home, he made her stop by the house and gave her the pictures of Shannon. They were almost the same. Eddie wasn't interested in her for her, Kim realized. She only makes him think of his late wife, which is why he wanted her around. Kim ended whatever it was they were doing. She departed inconsolable. She disregarded her intuition to continue seeing Eddie since she felt he was too wonderful to be true. Now she regrets that. Athena regrets contacting Amir as well. Amir paid them a visit. He watched the pictures showing off Bobby's wonderful life. It simply infuriated him. When he saw Bobby, he was storming out of the house, and he stated that he refused to give him support. Amir did not assist Bobby. He brought Bobby's past to mind. Bobby had a rule once. Her son slammed drunkenly into a family, a pretentious jerk. He was indifferent to the people he hurt. He simply believed that his mother would save him from harm, even though she was powerless to halt death. Kim went back to the house to provide Eddie with some closure. It was the last time he could bid Shannon farewell. When Chris and Marisol entered, it didn't appear good for him. And Bobby had to carry Athena out of his burning house after someone set it on fire due to a cardiac attack. For more videos, subscribe.